All right, so we are at session 8, Revenge of the Hags. Morgantha is dead. The pillar of the community that was,
More like no more Gantha.
Yeah.
and she was just a innocent bystander
More like
that
so far Gantha.
was taken out by these by our adventurers. Yes, maybe she was a bit of a hag, um, but you
Pillar
are
of the
all now
community.
waiting in the um, for the possibility of retaliation. Her body has still not cooled, but you have already ransacked uh, her cart, found a few items. There was a couple of the magician's rest that had been consumed by the paladin and by the cleric.
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
and as you are sitting there waiting for the possibility of a retaliation, um, your stomach starts to gurgle. Tom, you're familiar with this immediate sensation of this isn't quite going well. Um,
I said 5 minutes.
less than 5 minutes is what he said. Good.
Yeah.
Um, you are all there waiting in the night, just looking around, gathering those items that you have, and you hear a unearthly scream that originates from the direction of the windmill, and it sounds of lament and of rage, and you know that there is something coming for you. After searching the cart and the hag, it took some time, and the dim light that was being emanated from Tao has now faded away. The temporary boost is of vitality remains still there, but the effect of eyes of night are already starting to dim, and the night is starting to fall on you quickly. It was the late afternoon when you had arrived, or afternoon when you had arrived, and now it is getting to be dusk, which is going to leave any of you without night vision disoriented in the darkness, and those of you with night vision are just able to dimly make out the muddled and monochromatic landscape. Let's go ahead and move you to the map.
Oh, buddy. Oh,
You peer into the dark, haunting forest around you, hunting for any signs of the coming threat. And the mist looks wicked and swirls with a faint light as the sunset, or as the sun is beginning to set. What is the plan right now?
okay. So, some points of clarification.
Yes.
How much time has passed since we started the fight with Morgantha and killed her?
It has not been that much time. It's getting dark quickly. And whether that, I mean, you're still not familiar with the cycle of the land of Barovia, but it does seem like it has gotten dark much faster than you would have been expecting.
Okay. So, but at least a minute has passed.
Yes.
Okay. But not an hour.
Not a full hour, no.
Okay, cool. So, the con save that I fail. Is this from the drink that I had?
This is from that custard. Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
this is from that custard. Okay. Do I get a second level spell slot as advertised or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
No.
But I feel like I'm about to hurl.
Yeah.
Gross.
Effects vary. Yes.
Gross. Okay. I think Dow looks around to make sure nobody's looking, and then in a moment when nobody's looking, they like vomit a rainbow of wonderful like sparkliness, like, and then
A rainbow of Skittles.
yeah, and then they feel a little better. They're really worried because they checked the body of this hag, and point of clarification, Dungeon Master, I did not find a small portable eye that I believe that hags would use to keep tabs on each other.
Correct.
Okay. But I did find a bloodstone.
Yes.
Okay, so I turn to the group, and I'm looking at the bloodstone, and you can see in Dao's face, like, it's very clear. Like, Dao is not like deceptive or persuasive, right? So when Dao realizes they have greatly miscalculated something, it like becomes very clear to all of you. And Dao is like, Corbus, I think we have a problem.
Oh?
Yeah, so I remembered that hags had this magical item, right? And it allows them to do a thing, but only one of them can have it at a time, right? And I thought that it was this. And Dao's holding up that bloodstone. It looks like a knotted, red, gross boil that I got off the hag, right? And Dao is like, this is what she used to go into the ethereal plane and back. You know, when we could not do shit about her.
Okay.
So turns out, this is not what only one of a hag coven can have. Every hag can do this. The thing that they can only do one of is this eyeball, this evil eyeball that they have that they use to spy on each other. So I guess the good news is Morgantha didn't have the eyeball, so the other hags are not currently spying on us. The bad news is all three hags probably have a bloodstone like this, and all three hags can go into the ethereal plane.
You hear the sound of a slow drumming that is echoing from the windmill. It's like a tub or a barrel being thumped with a stick. And each time there is a unearthly sound that starts to originate. And it is accompanied by these unholy growls and screams that start to happen. And this thump, thump, thump. And you hear the explosion of the door of the windmill come crashing open. And these grunts and growls and shambling feet become louder and louder.
Is there a path, looking around on this map, is there a path that you might say would be the direction of the windmill?
Yes, so you're really the only one right now that can really see very clearly at all, I believe.
I am aware of this.
But yes, so back toward the direction of your wagon.
Horns can see.
I can see.
Or-
yeah,
You can.
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
The only
I just
one
know that
doesn't-
it's
So here's the difference.
it's
though.
fairly limited though. Like
My
Yeah,
dark
or-
vision is crazy nerdy, 300,
300
feet.
right, so
Get
over
Twilight
here in the
there.
direction of your wagon, and where Courage is, that's the direction on the trail for the windmill. Back over here with Morgantha's cart, that is the direction that you are traveling.
Okay, so real quick. To my wisdom modifier. Real quick. I am going to look at the second half of the second paragraph. Once you share it, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest unless you expend a spell slot of any level to share it again. Okay?
Okay.
So real quick, I'm going to use... If I say real quick 10 times, that makes it real quick, by the way. Dungeon
Oh,
Master.
absolutely.
Yeah, real quick. I'm going to use Harness Divine Power to give myself a spell slot and then immediately consume it to give... I can share Eyes of Night with 4 party members, so I share it with the whole party again. So now everyone can see 300 feet dark vision for 1 hour.
All right.
And I say, keep your wits about you, friends. Excuse me.
All right. So you are continuing to wait there.
Should we be going?
Maybe.
I'm really feeling like my fight or flight is kicking in, and I pick flight. You know.
Yeah, we have this cart with courage on it and stuff. Like maybe we should go. You guys want
Yeah.
to start going?
I want to dip. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Bruce is gonna whistle the courage.
I'm sprinting.
Oh, that's the horses and the dog.
It is the horses and the dogs. So you can tell that there is something crashing up the road.
Yeah.
That is.
I think you guys hear the weakest Alexander.
Alexander is doubled over, and is retching. What is interesting?
He's custarding.
Well, yeah. What's interesting now is that your sickness actually recovered fairly quickly, but his seems to be taking longer for some reason. Either he's taking longer for some reason, or you have something that has helped you out. All right,
Oh.
so let's go ahead and at this time.
Hold on, before you say that,
Yeah.
I give myself an advantage on initiative.
Wait,
Alright.
I want to do something. Can I
Yeah,
do
what do
something?
Wait, I want to do
I
something.
want to give someone bardic inspiration or something. What does this do?
You can't.
You can, but it only lasts for a second. So I would do it as we go ahead and let me first clear the initiative order so that we can redo.
Can,
Was that the
Yeah.
rhetorical initiative from when you
can
practiced
someone
the encounter?
roll for me? My computer is still not on. I've been faking it. I can't see anything.
Yep.
I see
Wow.
nothing. My computer is not booted up.
So
Alrighty.
Thinking.
So you have
fatality.
What did I roll?
Smoke weed.
You rolled a 5, loser.
Okay, cool.
it won't let me do it twice.
Well, that's more times than it's letting me do it.
I'll roll one more time for the initiative for the advantage. Keep the 17.
All right, Freya, your initiative is actually 13.
I don't want to be first because I can't see anything.
Don't worry, you're not first.
Where am I? Third?
I have a Dretch that rolled a 19, so
Yeah, you mean you can't see these repulsive, self-loading pig boys?
Oh. My computer's on.
Have you guys ever seen that James Franco skit where he hosted SNL and he did the spelling bee? And he did the little pig boy.
Oh my god, this looks like me.
Can you use it in
There
a sentence? Little pig boy stepped on.
all right.
Little
so there
pig
is,
boy comes from the dirt. That's what I think of when I see these dredges. I think of little pig boy.
So these upright pig gorillas are crashing up the road. The horses look delicious. A couple of them are slowing down to take a look at that, as well as Courage that decided to stop alerting them to his presence once he realizes that all of you were able to see. So
Once he
first, let's
remembers that our party is called Secret Dog and
Secret
not
Dog, not
Secret
Vocal
not.
Dog.
Hidden
Yes.
dog.
All right, so Corbus, you are up first. Go ahead.
So we're 25 now. The downside of being short, can't move slower. I'm gonna go there. And the first one in line.
First one in line is getting a firebolt to the face. That hits. And you have done 5 points of damage.
Which kills the dredge, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
No.
All right. It doesn't quite have the sizzle that you were most
There you
hoping for. All right.
It got their attention though.
It did get his attention for sure. All right, next up we have
All
our
attention
first
is good
stretch, the one
attention.
all the way in the background. He is going to go ahead and sprint forward and dash with all of his might. Moving, I believe, even slower than...
You're slower than Corbus?
I'm not slow. I just got short legs. Damn it.
All right, so
Look at
he
this.
makes
Look
his,
at this dredge. Tell me there's a difference.
He makes his movement. All right, Bruce, you are up next.
Okay. Can I cast Misty Step and run?
You can cast Misty Step and run. Yes, you can. So your bonus action would be the Misty Step, which you can only do once a day, and you can still make your movement as well. Yes.
Did you end up Misty Stepping in the last combat, or did you choose not to? Because I remember we talked
didn't.
about it. Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah, remember, you want to use Misty Step in emergency situations to get away from things. Okay? It's a bonus action, so it's like you can do it and then move and then act. And also, to get you into the mindset of like what this spell can do, okay?
Mhm.
If you're grappled and prone and pinned to the ground, you can Misty Step away. Right? So this is like a get out of jail free card. You don't want to use this offensively.
Okay.
And
oh,
the
but I think it'd be so fun.
Yeah.
and if your desire was to sprint to the dog, just know that the dog has seemed to have had some of those same defensive capabilities that have been demonstrated.
No, I'm worried about the horses.
Yep,
Oh,
understood.
they're
Hold
gone.
up.
They're gone.
Can I-
Hold up.
For the dogs to live, those horses gotta go.
Sloopy, Sloopy,
Schlumpy.
Slumpo and Slumpo. What were their names?
Yeah, I think that was
Okay,
it.
I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on the one closest to the horse.
All right, I'm gonna move everybody's screen to during Bruce's turn, because it's Bruce's turn. There is a crow, or excuse me, a crow or a bird or raven. If you're a bird watcher, then you identify it as the actual same raven as the one that was on top of the windmill that is clawing its face off over here
Can I listen to
at
it?
the southern part. All right. What was the other part of your Dissonant Whispers? At which one?
The one closest to the horse.
The one closest to the horse. So like this one right here.
Hold on, I can't see nothing. Which one? Yeah, the one that's trying to eat the horse.
All right, sounds good. And that's a wisdom saving throw. Yep. All right, a 16 passes. He does not care about your discordant melody. I
Okay,
don't even
okay, I'm
like
gonna-
music.
I'm gonna start running that as my action.
Still takes half damage.
Does he really?
On a successful save, the target takes half damage.
Oh, shiza. All right. You want me to
doesn't
roll
have
your
to do that.
3d6, Olivia?
What? I'll roll it. What's up?
3d6.
7.
Jeez. All right. So, you do hear a guttural scream as it takes 14 points of damage and is bloodied. Or, excuse me, took the 7 points of damage.
Good.
It's still bloody.
That's what he gets for touching Schlompo.
He is not yet
You
bloody.
should have known.
Damn it.
Yeah, huh?
All right, Dow, you're up.
Right. That one who was just attacked.
Yes.
I will toll the dead. So here you go. DC 14. Or 7 necrotic damage.
7 necrotic damage to the one that was just hit.
Yes, yes.
All right, let's go ahead and get that wisdom save. An 8 does not do it, so 7 point. It is definitely now bloodied.
Right, and then I will. I'll move 30 feet. I'll move right here, and I use every ounce of soft boy energy to heft my sword. I mean my hammer and my shield, and like from behind them, you can just hear a very muted Alexander.
All right, and another Dretch has its turn. Seeing that there are the combatants and the way that it was, and the task that it was summoned for, it is going to push through its brothers. And no, hold on. That's it. It moves up in front of the horses. It pushes, just comes charging forward, and can't really do anything else. All right,
Where do you end up?
Freya, you're up.
I don't even know where we are. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I found it. Okay, here we go. Okay, who's closest? I'm gonna sneak over to them. Next to the one by, yeah, I can move my face. I don't know what I'm doing.
Which one you hit?
Well, no, I'm gonna sneak up.
Oh.
And try and do a bonus action after. But I just wanna kinda sneak behind this tree. And
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth.
Is that roll?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Ignore the second one.
got it. Already ignored.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna try and hit with my bow.
All right. From stealth, you do have advantage, so a 26 hits, and you should have your stealth damage as well.
What do you mean?
Your
I
You should have your-
stealthy?
yeah, you should have your sneak attack bonus or action or damage, which would be 6 and a 7. Yep. All right, and that is doubled. All right, so with 8. All right, which stretch is it that you were hitting?
The one right next to Dow.
One right next to Dow. Dow, suddenly you are praying for the paladin to come to, but you don't have to. Suddenly there is a arrow that just comes screaming out and hits the Dretch in the head, and it falls to the ground. All right. And go ahead and make some movement up here.
Dow adjusts the tier list of friendship in their head.
Am I top tier now?
Yes, I have raised someone. Alexander did not drop a tier. Freya raised a tier.
All right, Alexander, it is your turn. Just so you know, you are fighting a. Dow gave you that
we
that
vomited
custard.
Claire.
It revived your the 2 spell slots just as advertised. However, it had a sickening effect. So you are currently poisoned. Poisoned would mean that you
No,
can
I'm
take That's what I figured you were going to do. But that.
No, I'm immune to disease. My divine health. I'll put it in the chat.
Nick,
Does that
And if-
negate
there's no
poison?
there's no way you could have known. I don't think you've ever been a paladin before.
Shut up, Tom.
Oh my.
Okay, it's still harness divine power, but wait.
Yeah, so it's going to make you immune to disease. It does not make you immune to poison.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. He's right, you know.
But you can use. No, you can't counteract the effect. I'll double check what the. So, as
Lay on
being
hands will
poisoned,
cure it though.
Yeah, lay on hands will cure it.
lay on hands would. Yeah, poison just going to give you a disadvantage on, but with the lay on hands, 5 points. And yes, you neutralize the poison.
Nice.
And I will make my movement to, I believe I'll get to here,
Nice.
seeing as I use my action for lay on hands. And Dow, I am here.
Yeah.
All right, now we have a couple of Dretches that would like to take a turn. All right, this Dretch is going to.
Look at this. It's like a stuffed animal.
Up, it's 20 feet to right next to Dow, and then it is going to go ahead and do its fetid cloud. So a 10-foot radius of disgusting green gas expelled, and it lasts for a minute or until a strong wind disperses it. Any creature that starts its turn must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
So here's a 10-foot radius for you. Gets me and Alexander. Can you see
All right,
that?
so both of you go ahead.
See these crazy hacks that I have? I can use like pointers that you guys can't even use.
Are you going to roll that
Uh,
Constitution saving throw?
No, I'm just gonna brag about my roll 20 mod. Got a 5.
Oh, yes!
I failed.
All right, your poison.
I was going to wait till the start of my turn, because isn't that how that reads?
It does.
Any creature sees well, hold on. Any creature that starts its turn. Yeah, that's how it reads.
All right, so now you can only do a bonus action or an action, but not both, and you can't take reactions. All right, next stretch is going to.
I can take an action or a bonus action, but not both. And no reactions. Got it. Okay.
All right, it is going
Until
to move
the
its
end
20
of
feet.
my next turn.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna give myself a little.
Oh, and I
icon.
guess it does still have a attack that it could have made, but it didn't even think about it. It was just so excited about releasing
man.
its fetid cloud.
Yeah, man.
This one
sometimes
does the same
when you,
thing,
When you see the
Corbus.
reaction, like when you release your cloud and then you see the reaction on their face, sometimes you do get distracted.
It makes it difficult. So this one has also released its fetid cloud. So we'll have both Alexander and Corbus go ahead and do a Constitution saving throw as well.
Let's
Yeah,
do
so
them at the
I'll
start
do
of my
that one
turn,
when
though.
I start my turn in it too.
Yeah, yeah. Let's keep
That
mine as I fail. Like at the start of my turn, I fail. But let's have the others do them at the start of their turns.
Makes
If
sense.
the clouds overlap, is it just one saving throw?
It is because it's triggered at the start of your turn. So usually, and this is the rule usually, if an effect has the same name of another effect, then they can't stack.
Right.
So for example, and this is like a little disappointing, but if you have a cloak of protection, you can't benefit from a ring of protection and vice versa because they're phrased as the same effect, right? But if you have two different effects that do the same thing, they stack.
All right. Corbus, it is your turn.
So do your con save
Yeah.
and do better than I did.
Oh, hopefully.
Nice.
An 11 meets. It beats. All right, you have a Dretch in your face, snarling and acting the fool.
Nick, you want to level up real quick?
What is that?
You want to level up real quick?
How?
So I'll just give you it. I'll give it to you. I'll power level you. You don't have to make this mistake. You can learn from mine. Okay.
Got it.
When you're talking to players about their role succeeding, what you want to get in the habit of saying is, if it meets, it matches, or it meets, it matches. What you don't want to get in the habit of saying is anything that sounds like you beat your meat. You beat it, you beat it. You know, like just nix that from your vocabulary, and instead
right.
just say if it meets, it matches.
All right, a 13 strikes with that thunder gauntlet, smack in the face, and what I remember, yes. So 7 points of damage to that dretch in your face, and it, boom, goes down.
Nice.
Got it. That one's
He'd been hit
down.
before, right?
He had been hit before, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the one I firebolted?
That was the one you firebolted, and that somebody else also. I think it was Bruce that had hit it with the dissonant whispers.
Nice. Falcon punch. Did you use all your movement yet?
No, I haven't moved yet. I'm trying to figure out where to go. That's not going to result in me getting an attack of opportunity. Go in there.
Did you move through? Did you kind of move around, or
Yeah, I would have put me at still going to 25.
just kind of shoved him out of the way? I'm coming
Well,
through.
It all costs the same.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, South. Nope, too easy. All right.
Let's see.
The
All right,
visual
it is
image of
Irina's-
Corvus punching
Irina's
this
turn.
guy.
She makes her movement and stands over the body of Morgantha with her sword drawn, and is looking around, fearing that this is a attack trying to take back Morgantha's body. All right, and she holds her action with having her sword at the ready to smack anything that appears out of the ether. A dead Dretch and Bruce. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Hee-hee. Okay.
All right. Hey, with your dissonant whispers, I did take your the spell slot down. Just make sure that when you use a spell, that you expend a spell bullet.
Hey, dude. Will do. I'm gonna shoot him.
You're gonna shoot with disadvantage at the Dretch in front of you.
Oh, no. Hey, let's do something else, guys.
One thing you do need to do is a Constitution saving throw.
I do?
Yes,
Nuh-uh.
that's gonna be. Yes, you do.
Okay. Like this?
That's gonna be on the top left of your.
Oh, no.
All right. So you can.
Wait.
You could just. You could. Yeah, you did it. You did great.
You rolled a 1, but then you were like, "Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Let me roll again," and you rolled another 1.
Guys, I didn't know. I just
It's
hating
okay.
at this game.
So it just means that with that failure, that you have either a action or a bonus action and don't have reactions.
I don't have reactions.
Correct.
So I just get more autistic. What does that mean?
I was gonna say it, but I.
Can I,
gold
hey,
moment.
no. Can I talk to the crow?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna take a
crow's
step
still
away.
Was that the autism monster?
Stop! That is hilarious.
All right.
Ew.
Go ahead. What do you say to the crow?
Yo, why are you freaking out? Who are these little things? What's going on? That's what I say.
Get over here to the stones. You'll be safe over here on these stones. That's what I've been... Oh shit, you can hear me again.
The stones? Why the stones? What do the stones do?
Well, come over here and you'll find out that you're no longer getting attacked.
Okay, guys, we should go over here. Let's all move over here to the stones. The bird, the pigeon over here, is telling me that we need to go on the stones and we'll be safe.
All right, that's about as much interaction as you get in
As
that
I can
6
say in
seconds.
8 seconds. Cool.
All right, but you can also be making an attack at the same time. If no, that was your action with the speak with animals.
Yeah,
And that's
I'm
the only
just
thing
gonna
that you
start
have.
running. Oh, I'm gonna start running towards the stones.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick. So because you ran past that,
He gets
that
an attack of
Gretch, it does
opportunity.
get a swipe at you. 19 hits, and you take 4 piercing damage from its claws.
Okay.
All right. And Dow, you were up.
Okay.
Wait, I have a real quick question.
Yeah.
Because the guy swiped at Bruce past me, do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, if he moved away from you, though, yes, you would.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. Does Dow see any sign that Irina is gonna follow orders and move to the stones, or does she still seem preoccupied with staying at Morgantha's body?
She paid attention when Bruce was talking and is now looking. She looks frightened, but she looks less frightened than she did earlier today.
Okay.
So she seems to have her wits about her.
Okay, sounds good. Dow is going to. Has this Dretch been hit yet?
He's looking fresh.
He's totally fresh. Okay. Then Dow is gonna do the very rare one-handed Warhammer swing at the Dretch. 17.
17 hits.
Nice. So this is like the most telegraphed slam you guys have ever seen. And it still hits, and I deal 4 bludgeoning damage. Alright. I cannot use a bonus action. So I am going to... The Daylight Defender of Barovia armor says hi. I am going to move... I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity. And I'm going to move... right here next to Bruise.
All right. 4 bludgeoning damage. I need to put on that dude. And we'll go ahead
Does
and
he
do
use
that.
his reaction to attack me?
He does.
Alright, he misses.
Miss.
Alright. And as I've turned here, I kind of have my shield positioned to protect Bruise, and I am looking in the direction of the group and Irina.
Okay. All right. It is this Stretch's turn here. It is going to make a mistake and move up to attack
Step up.
our paladin. Goes for a bite attack. He does not have advantage. And a claw attack, so just the 4 points of damage to... Oh, no, an 18... Or you have a AC of 18, don't you? With that Barovian armor. All right, so it takes 2 swipes at the paladin, and both are a miss. That is it for his turn. And Freya, you are up.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your con save.
I kind of wanna.
You got to figure out why you're echoing too.
I know, I've noticed that. But it's only when it's my turn. Never. I don't know.
That's usually when you unmute and start talking.
No, I've been unmuted before. See, I didn't
Oh.
echo right now.
Got it. All right, go ahead. And
Okay,
the 12
I did
makes it.
Yeah.
You steel yourself and hold your breath. You've smelled worse.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak up behind this guy in front of me.
All right, you're going to need to roll your stealth first. And you are...
Hidden. A ghost in the night. Yeah?
He's a Theo.
I would say there's not much between you and him, so it is...
But I was
And
up,
he's not
I
really
was
just...
up in the tree.
Oh, you were in the tree before. Okay, so you are utilizing the tree for stealth. I'm gonna allow it because you're in foliage.
Okay. And I'm going to try and stab him, actually. I'm not going to use my bow, I'm going to stab.
All right, a 24 hits, and with 9 points of sneak damage and 7 piercing, Freya is a demon slaying.
I'm a
Yeah.
ghost in the night, just coming and gone.
All right, so at this point in the turn order, a figure appears.
Oh, you guys!
And Irina was waiting for it and slices out with her rapier. She
Crit.
gets a 23 and crits and does damage. However, because she just has a regular rapier, Bella Sunbane screeches and reflexively lashes out at her with her claws and does 12 points of damage to Irina. Irina is bloodied at this time. All right, Alexander, it's your turn.
Somebody handle this pig thing. I gotta. Oh, I'll go back and make my con save first. $13 good?
Yeah, you need
13 does it.
All right, cool. Now I move up there. Are you taking an attack of opportunity?
Absolutely. Slashing out with claws and a swing and a miss.
Fantastic.
All right, was that your... Are you doing anything? Oh, yeah, you're doing something. All right,
I'm
with
taking a swing with the silvered short sword.
Nice.
Ed decided to crit. Why not?
Oh, do
Yeah.
you have smite?
I got a couple, yeah.
You need to use.
Just use one at a time, please.
So just
And-
remember, you crit, so the smites get doubled.
Okay, so do you want me to roll sword damage,
Yep. Yep, that's good.
smite damage?
Jesus.
You want to just double that, or do you want him to roll again?
I'm going to double that
Nice.
because that's fun.
A lot of damage, yeah.
All right, so we got 16 points
26,
plus...
36, 42. Life, the universe, and the amount of radiant damage you just did.
All right, so just a blinding light. I'm guessing
Over
that
the
there's...
top of the log.
Windmills
Are we gonna say something though?
Yeah, as I come running, hey, take care of the pig thing. Irina, I am here. Silver short sword into the side of the neck, and then radiant damage down upon it. Just
Skadoosh. The hag does not like that at all. All right. Any bonus actions that you're taking?
no.
All right. The Dretch is up. It is going to use its multi-attack at the good gnome. 16, does that hit?
That's what I'm checking. I think so.
I'm guessing an 8 does not, so...
16 does, the 8 does not.
All right, so 3 piercing damage to Corbus.
Yeah.
And you still got your temporary hit points, so those are just being
Yep.
knocked off.
Indeed.
All right. And another Dretch has a couple. We have a couple of death breaths that come out, and it is Corbus.
Did this Dretch fetid cloud?
It did.
So is that still active?
It's active for a minute.
Okay, so I gotta make a con save. Yeah, I did that.
He is small but hardy. Foul stenches do not bother Corbus. He walks at people's waistlines.
Yes.
Yeah, it just drifted over top of me.
Party Rock is in the house tonight.
Thunder Gauntlets with an 8, though. An 8.
I'll burn my
A
bonus
terrifying
action.
blow comes in, and it swings wide. And the second one comes in and hits with 6 points of damage.
It doesn't get the modifier to it, does it? Right? When I burn it as a bonus action.
That is correct. Yeah, just
So
your
it'll be 2.
2. Still, the crackle of thunder is impressive. And
If
it
it
is
tries to
nearly...
attack anybody else, it got disadvantage.
Oh, damn. All right. All right. It is Irina's turn. She looks at Alexander, kind of trying to figure out what to do, whether she's going to... She is going to make an attack, but she is wondering if she should run. You can see that in her face. She swings and misses.
Get to the stones. The rock formation. Get to
All right.
the rock formation.
She starts to move and has seen everybody coughing and is smart enough to avoid the clouds that would have her rolling a con save, and continues to move down this direction. All right. She does get a opportunity attack from the hag, who swipes at her with her claws. And a 15 would have hit her, doing 6 points of damage, but I'm guessing that there's a paladin that is going to attempt to deflect that.
You've activated my trap card.
Boom. You deflect 2 points of damage. She still
I
takes 4.
deflect 4 points of damage because it didn't add my proficiency bonus.
4 points of damage. So she only takes 2 then?
Yep.
All right. She takes 2 and goes down. All right. As she falls, you have heard these howling wolves that are coming from the woodline, and they seem to be getting closer and closer, and suddenly, as she goes down, they burst out of the woodline.
Yes!
All right.
The Burst is
Dretch.
just visibly excited because he can punch something in the face.
Bruce, you're up.
You know what I mean? I think I just want to run to these rocks
Yeah.
really
Yep, that bow
fast.
still works from that distance.
From what distance?
From the rocks.
It might be a disadvantage, but it's still going to work. And also, some of your spells are going to work as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then because that's a bonus action, right?
What's that?
Running.
To sprint? Yeah. So you have 30 feet of movement normally, and then if you sprint or dash, then you're going to have an additional 30.
Yeah, you got there with just your movement, so that takes no action. So you have a bonus
Okay.
action and an action.
I'll shoot him.
All right, with
the
a
wolf.
17,
Shoot the wolf. Yeah.
you shoot the wolf. Got it. All right, with a 17, you are able to hit the wolf, and you hear with a satisfying thump, and it is bloody. And
Yeah.
it whimpers and cries. All right, Dow, you're up.
I think the wolves may be here to protect our companion on behalf of the good Lord Strahd.
Yeah, check it out. On my bonus action, so I had specifically been watching that direction, right? And when Irina goes down, right, is running from the hag, and Dow sees it all coming. Like, it's gonna be really predictable and easy. Irina runs this direction. The hag swipes. I see Alexander go to block. It all works the way it should. And then Irina still falls to the ground. I'm like, fuck. And so I just shout, Irina! Really loud, healing word on her.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Yep. I
All
rolled
right.
a 1, so she gets 5 health.
All right, she hops back, or you see her getting to
conscious.
one.
Yeah.
She's laying prone and ready to be able to get up on her next turn. All right.
I think I'm going to make my decision on what I'm about to do. I flash a look towards Bruce, who has made it towards the circle. Like, Bruce, you're in the circle, right? And Dow is like moving towards you and stops and heals Irina, and I'm like torn between the two. And Dow's gonna put his faith in the Moonlit Mystery and move towards Bruce, because that is what the Raven said to do. And that is my turn.
All right. And this wolf is going to move up and get right on to the hag.
The enemy of my enemy.
And make a bite attack first. So it just comes lunging at the hag, and does not do any damage. All right, the last stretch
There's
is
two.
going. There's two.
There's
It's
one
going
right
to.
Come here, pork chop.
Seeing that everybody else is busy, is going to go over and take a swipe at this horse. The horse is tied up. It has advantage. We'll say that it has struck the horse, but it will need to strike it twice in order to die. All right, Freya, you're up.
Okay. I'm sneaking around the tree to get a better shot at Mr. Hit a Horse.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
I'm gonna...
You aren't stealth from the hag, but you have definitely deceived the Dretch.
Sweet.
All right, with a 16 you hit, and you almost drop that. Oh no, actually, damn girl. Do you have a?
Oh, like
Do you
a
know
cat
these
of
people?
Aberdeen.
Are these family relations? What do you?
You just hit a horse. For what?
Fair enough. All right,
He's
sounds
just
good.
doing his job. He
Stretches,
just works
stretches
here.
down, stretches down. All right. Now the wolves are assessing threats. And with their 40 feet of movement,
Got woofs.
come sprinting down.
Got woofs.
Damn it.
Toward Bruce there. All right.
The
Oh,
enemy
she
of my
did-
enemy
Yeah.
She did
It's
shoot
still
it.
your enemy.
is still your enemy.
All right. And
Unless we can talk to him.
Bella Sunbane, who is looking around at these wolves that have suddenly started to appear, and looks at Irina, and you see her grab her own ass and gone.
No, that horse shit again.
What's really concerning is that you watch her reach around behind her, and since you all watched Dow retrieve one, you're all a little disgusted. All right, Alexander, you're up.
All right. And we assume, is it safe to assume that she was coming back to get the body of her mother or her grandmother?
That does seem to be her intent. Go ahead and roll a both an insight and a perception check.
I was gonna say, if you want this fight to continue, just cut that fucking head off. She probably won't run away
Insight.
anymore.
Perception.
Nice.
All right, so
Good rolls.
yes, she was coming back to try to retrieve her mother's body. With the perception check too, you notice that she has that when she, instead of having herself like prep for an attack, she was fiddling with a ring that was on her finger, a large ring. And if you want to go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Why not?
All right. But
Boba Fett.
it's whether she was going to be whether it was sentimental or what it was. You're not sure exactly the significance of noticing that she was messing with that ring. All
Well,
right.
I will, per the advice of the good cleric, keeping my eyes on the wolves. I'll tell Irina to step behind me, and I'm taking the silver short sword, and I'm taking the head of the witch.
All right. So a night hag is a sinewy, tough creature. So in order to be able to, killing her is one thing. Being able to remove her head is I would say twice the amount. Or no, we'll do 150% of her. It's just her head. You'll have to do half of her hit point of her normal hit points in order to be able to remove her head. Does that seem fair, or do you have a better? Because this is in the midst of combat. If it was out of combat, you could take the time to remove her head.
On target auto crit.
Now you will have advantage on this hit because she is obviously incapacitated, and it would
Yeah.
auto crit.
I tell you what, I'll step here. At the same time, I'm telling Irina to step beside me. I will lay on hands and give her 5 more hit points.
When you step into that spot, you feel this coldness that like you just stepped out of a heated cabin and into a cold wind, and you actually hear a whispering.
You will not take my mother.
That echoes in your head, but nobody else hears it. But you're occupying the exact same space, it seems, as in the ethereal.
Ah, yes.
All right. So you wanted Irina to do what now?
I just gave her 5 hit points.
Okay.
And head to the monument. Let's go.
All right. So
And I'm dragging. Can I drag the hag?
you absolutely could.
All right. Well, I'll take the hag with me. You want a strength check?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Your lay on hands though was your action. You're needed-
Okay, fair. Yep.
But what I would, if you want to go ahead and roll your strength check, and you're able to hoist her body if you're successfully able to do that. You watch as she runs past and almost trips over one of the wolves, and you see no opportunity attack that happens. All right, so yes, you grab her up, and she's half hoisted onto your shoulder. You'll be able to essentially expend your second bonus action in the next turn and be able to move with her in your next turn. Does that sound good?
Yeah, so I just use my movement picking her up then?
Yep. And for some reason with your inspiring words, Irina was able to use her reaction in order to make a movement. That's not an ability that I'm putting on your character sheet though. All right. This wolf moves and flanks her as she is moving away. This wolf moves forward with its brother and makes an attack against you. It does have advantage, but a 10 is a 10, and it does not hit. It clangs into your armor and realizes that you are more crunch than you are meat. All right. This stretch is dead. This stretch. Corbus does not like you. It does not like the fact that it's not been able to hit you. Comes in for, it has hit you once. Comes in for a bite attack. An 8 does not do it. Comes in with its claw attack.
Ouch.
And a 20 does. It just slices. It now realizes, okay, got to aim lower. It comes in underneath and clips you under the chin for 6 points of damage.
Okay, I'm out of temporary hit points for now.
All right. Next wolf's turn. Moves up around the paladin. A 21 hits, and it does 7 piercing damage. Go ahead and make your strength saving throw. You have advantage on your strength saving throws, and it comes at you and tries to knock you to the ground, and it falls back, but it does find a bit of meat in some of the breaks in the armor. All right, dead Dretch. Corbus, you're up.
Punch in the knee.
That punch to the knee is... Oh. It falls to one knee. And on a scale of 1 to 18, it's looking at about a 2.
Now, before I do anything, because I didn't think about it. Okay.
All right, so you are still able to take a bonus action. But that motherfucker smells bad. A 10 just it barely glances by. You catch a bit of its ear, and but it does not solidly land to do any damage. But it does take off one of its ears. All right,
Oink oink.
oink, oink, bitch. All right, Irina. Decides to is sprinting and almost knocks into Bruise as she's running, and stops and turns with her sword or with her rapier and is looking to see if anything's following her. And she's like, "What is? Are those your wolves?" All right, Stretch. No, Bruise. You're up.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bow. Is there one next to Alexander, or did he already kill that one?
There's 3 wolves next to Alexander.
There is
Oh, that's
3 wolves next to
wonderful.
Alexander. And
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one that's closest to me.
you
That's
do
next to
still have
Alexander.
speak with animals that's active, and instead of just the howling that you have been hearing, you have been hearing this chanting amongst the wolves of "Protect Tatiana, protect Tatiana," and the wolves saying that over and over again. Which one are you hitting?
Well, I'm gonna hit the one. Hold on, let me see if I can. This one. How do I? The one that's next to the dead hag.
The one that's next to the dead hag. If you press and
Yes.
hold your mouse button, it'll give a
Makes a horrible
that little
noise. I'm
indication.
never doing that ever again. Okay. I'm gonna shoot it, but I'm also gonna say. I'm just gonna say. I'm kind of gonna yell it a little bit so that it can hear, but I'm just gonna say like, "Who the hell is Tatiana?" And I'm gonna hope the wolves hear me. Oh yeah, soundboard moment. He's clicking it, guys. Ooh.
All right. They do not respond to you.
No! Please.
You cannot please. No, I told you they do not respond to you.
Whatever. Okay, my turn's over then.
All right, but they did get hit with the short bow and -4. All right, Dow, you're up.
With my action, I'll toll the dead on the dretch that Corbus is fighting.
Okay.
There you go. DC 14 Wisdom save versus 6 Necrotic. He
Right.
succeeds. All right. I'm
It beats
staying
its
in the
meat.
circle. It beats its meat. You're about to meet your beater. I'm gonna stay in the circle. And I'm going to pass my turn.
All right. All right, the next turn is the wolves. They are going to do their best. 17 does not hit. That is the wolf makes another hit on you, but is smarter than some of the other wolves and realizes that you are not the threat. And again, Bruce, you're just hearing that protect Tatiana as it runs where it is going. He does not get a chance to have his lunch. Freya, go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw. Even though they're dead, that smell lingers.
For a minute, right?
Yep. All right. You are, again, used to the smells of... Go ahead. What do you got?
Okay. I'm going to sneak and try and sneak up and get this wolf in front of me.
All right. With a 14, you are... You feel like you're able to sneak up on that wolf
Okay.
or catch it off guard.
I'm gonna actually move over to it
Okay.
and then try and stab it.
All right. You have to get a little closer. And with an 11, you stab toward it, and it is in the midst of scampering about, and it didn't see you until you stabbed out at it, but you swing and a miss. And it turns to you, unless you have a bonus action that you want to take.
Yep, I'm gonna try and get it with
Did
my
she
dagger
have
as well.
advantage from being stealthed?
Ah, she did. All right. The wolf turns to see you, and
Too little, too late.
protect out the... Ah! Only Bruce hears that. The rest of you just hear... You just stab a innocent forest creature.
Are you for real?
All right. What else you got? Bonus action?
I'm gonna join the group in this circle. Can I do that?
You absolutely can. Your path is clear. But you will need to use your...
Yay!
You'll be using your roguish skills. No, you have only... I think... No, you only have like 15 feet more of movement. So you're not able to quite get to the circle. Because you stealth, attacked, and are now the rest of your movement. That's about where you'd be at. All right. Dead wolf.
Get off my mother, or I will kill you and all your friends.
Alexander, you're up.
All right, I am on the move. 30 feet gets me there. Can I dash while carrying this lady?
No. You'd be well. We'll say that to get there. So if you had her with you, that would be you'd be moving at half speed. So that was your dash.
Okay.
So you take off trucking, and you have a lovely corpse with you. All right. So she is following behind. All right. And wolf up next. That wolf moves up and takes a swipe at Alexander with its bite attack, and you, Alexander, because it's still within.
Okay, so it doesn't work on the wolves. It just works on... I gotta go.
And the raven takes off, spooked by the appearance of these wolves.
So we're not
All right.
safe in the circle.
Next wolf up.
So
here.
which wolf took a bite at me?
That was one taking a bite at Bruise
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said Alexander.
down there by the.
No, he did say Alexander.
I did say Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Replay the tape.
hear what I say, not what I meant.
No, here.
All right.
Okay.
This wolf dashes forward and posts up right there, but does not move forward aggressively, even though it is wounded, and you hear it growling to the other one. Bruise, you hear, they're not threats. Protect Tatiana. All right. Stretch dead. Come on, one last good swipe at this halfling, or this gnomish individual. 13, does that hit? 17, does that hit? All right. Corbus takes 7 points of damage.
Ow, you fucker.
And last wolf, this wolf you see moving forward. And posting up right there. Corbus, you're up. You meet your beat. You beat your mate.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, so the first swipe, you're like, it's just a prep actually for the second one. Come in with the crit hit. It I don't know, what does it look like when this thing hits with a crit on something that just had 2 points of freaking health left on it?
The jaw's moving in ways it shouldn't move.
Just a
Like
blast
completely unhinged.
all right. And
What
Irina.
is Courage doing?
Courage is guarding the wagon. You see him over there just growling and at the dretch. He was about to make his move on that dretch if Freya had not. I can have him enter the turn order anytime you guys want me to.
I don't want him to.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't know if he was still with the cart though. Where he was.
He is with the cart. He is where he is at.
Well, I'm gonna try to get him. Or I'm gonna stay by the cart. I'm not leaving him alone.
Bruce, you hear.
Bring him
you
to the
hear-
circle.
Everybody else hears that. Bruce, you hear. Oh, good. I have backup. All right. We got this. All right. And next, with Irina, she is shaking, holding a rapier, and then looks down. She's like, oh my gosh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And starts looking for something that she dropped and is looking off in the direction of that of the dead wolf. All right. Dead Dretch. Bruce, you're up.
Okay, Bruce is gonna talk to the wolf that's about to kill him.
Okay.
I think. How long has it been?
It has been approximately
Okay.
I will
So
I
I
will
still-
tell you what I think it is. I think that it is time for these to dissipate. That's what time I think it is. So it's been about a minute.
For what to dissipate?
The clouds.
So it has been a minute since these guys popped their stank.
Pop their stank.
Yes, they're fed.
Yeah, you
flour.
know.
Not the poor choice of words.
Phrasing.
Guys, I'm a little confused as to what's going on in this moment right now.
Okay,
That
so
is some
so-
street level slang. It's been a minute since I popped my stank.
so when So when everybody goes through the turn order, every creature, every player, or every character has had a chance to do an action. That's 6 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I know.
So 10 rounds
just-
would be. So I'm guesstimating
think
that we've had
that-
about 10 rounds.
I think that she's confused on who we're fighting now.
Right
No,
now
I
you
just
have.
wanted to know how much time passed. That's all I wanted to know.
Oh.
I think she
You
needs
said
to
what?
know the definition of pop my stank.
No, I don't. Listen, I still have this. This hasn't been 10 minutes, so I'm gonna
Correct.
turn to the wolf and I'm gonna be like, dude, I don't know who Tatiana is. We're not gonna touch her. Please stop attacking my friends.
It's Irina, isn't it?
What say you, wolf?
You see the wolf that you attack. You attack, but your friend's Tatiana.
Yeah, Tatiana's a good friend.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, man, that's kind of messed up. Come on, dude.
We will rip out your throat if you harm Tatiana.
No, yeah, for sure, dude. I
Protect
wouldn't do that.
Tatiana.
That's messed up. Yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Hell yeah, brother! Cheers for Barovia.
I don't think that you could actually fail this, but that's fine.
Hey, I love Tatiana. Me and her were close.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just wondering
Is-
what the.
Who's-
Okay.
What does that mean? Do I win? Do I win the game?
Yeah.
That
The
wolf
end.
that wolf understands that you are an ally of Tatiana. So
I'm an ally. I love all wolves.
all right. Now it's your turn. Or unless there's another action, Bruce, that you want to take.
Yeah, I want to take the action of not having mean people like wolves around me anymore. How do I do that? Didn't I just persuade them into not hating us anymore?
Figure out where the Hags at and
You seem to have satiated at least one wolf, and they seem to act as a pack. So we'll see if that was an alpha or if that was
Are they mad I killed one of them?
They're not happy, but they have a task to perform. But
Okay, cool.
I
My
kind of
turn's
feel
over.
bad. I was just.
I understand that you feel bad, but
Heat of
we
battle.
have to move on to Dow's turn. It's Dow's turn to feel bad, if he wants to.
Irina, what are you looking for?
It's a letter. It's a letter. It's nothing. Are we safe?
Steal up. Stay in the circle.
Yes. And she gets back into her fighting position.
Okay. As much as I hate to do it, I'm gonna use my second level spell slot that I got from the gross ass motherfucking custard, and I'm going to cast See Invisibility again. And look for Annie Fat Fanny, or whatever you named her.
All right, so she is right there next to the other wolf currently.
All right, Dow just turns to their friends around them, the party here, and just says, "There she is." And like my eyes are like, burst, flaming radiant, as I cast See Invisibility, and I just point at her and I just say, "There she is," and I'm just wherever she goes, I'm gonna point.
All right. Do you just look her direction, or do you look around as well?
You know what? Let me take a quick glance around everywhere just to be
All right.
just to be thorough.
You see 3 ethereal spiders
Oh Jesus!
that also seem to be having some type of business with the circle, but they do not seem interested in you. but
So
it
they
is.
so
It
they
is.
they're stopped by the circle. Does it look like?
They seem to be. They seem to have some type of business in the ethereal world with the circle.
Mm-hmm.
But they are. But as you turn and you
Can I
startle,
insight check? Do I believe they caused the safety of the circle?
go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead and do an insight check.
You could just give it to me. All right, I'll roll. 12.
You're uncertain as to whether they are getting something from the circle or whether they are giving something to the circle.
Okay. Well, the circle gives what it gets. You get what you give to the circle. So that's what I mean.
And with a 12, you're also able to identify that the DM isn't sure whether they are giving or getting something from the circle. I just decided that the next time that you saw invisibility with being able
I
to
was
see into
gonna
the ethereal
see
plane,
some
that you were going to
ethereal
see
stuff.
fucking ethereal spiders as well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's not gonna drive me insane. Guys, I see those
You are
invisible spiders again.
You are constantly surrounded by spiders that you
Yeah.
can't see, hear,
Great.
or smell.
Oh my god. You didn't say I can't feel them.
I did not.
Yeah, so I give a good look around, and then I'm just gonna be like pointing her out, and that's my turn.
All right. So you're just pointing.
Yep.
There she is. There she is. There she is.
Yep.
All right. This wolf spends its turn just sniffing around, trying to find the one that took down the one that was supposed to be protecting. All right, Freya.
Okay, what'd you say? Because the internet cut out.
I said that there are 3 ethereal spiders that are
No. I heard that part.
All right,
You
so
said the wolf's
the
looking for,
wolf
and I
is up
figured you were
there.
gonna say me.
The wolf up in the north is sniffing around. The wolves, although still growling toward you, seem to be trying to assess whether you are a threat or not.
I don't know if they're a threat or not. How do I check?
Yep, you can do an insight check.
Okay, cool.
All right, with a 19, they seem to be acting in a way that is protective of those that are currently inside this circle, and that if you move too aggressively into that circle, you could have a problem. Or if you
What if I slowly
attack,
walk in?
if you slowly walk in, then as long as Irina doesn't seem alarmed by your presence, it seems like it might be okay.
I figured that Irina was Tatiana or whatever. So I'm
Yes,
gonna be
you
like,
did. With a 19
hey
insight
guys.
check, you did, but you don't understand. You haven't heard the word
Why?
Tatiana yet.
Okay. So I heard Bruce say it.
Oh, yeah, you did hear Bruce say it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna slowly step into the circle and hands off my weapons, very calmly just step in there with everybody.
Okay. All right. And what is it that the Alexander, you're continuing your movement, I'm guessing?
Correct, sir.
All right.
Don't forget the old bag.
Yep. She will move with you.
And I just
She is resting right now, though. She's very, very tired.
The big sleep.
Shh. noises that are happening. Right.
You say don't mind the noises?
Don't mind the noises. The old bag gets
Okay.
tossed inside the circle.
Yep.
All right. When you are carrying the hag, you see that the wolves are somewhat concerned about that, and one circles past you and moves over to her body to inspect it, and feeling comfortable that she is dead. Seems satiated. The other wolf moves in a little bit closer and kind of faces out, looking out into the woods, and the other one does the same, not getting close enough that Bruce can actually touch him. And unless there is a attack that you are going to make on a wolf, at this time we are out of combat.
And I will commence the removal of the head now that we are out of combat.
As you start to, I forgot about Lady Sunbane here. Like a screaming bat out of hell, you watch Dow as Bella just comes as quickly as the ethereal plane will allow her to move, comes screaming in, and you can see that she is giving a scream but cannot hear anything. You're just able to see, but she is standing there outside of the circle as she comes into contact with something that seems to be almost invisible to your eyes that are able to see so much. You watch as there is this ripple in the ethereal, and you also watch as the spiders start to move away, and she is just standing there in the ethereal, seething at that location there. I'm guessing that you're also communicating that to the party, so
Yeah.
that's where she has popped up at, and that's where you're now pointing to.
Yeah, I'm pretty much informing everybody, like, there she is, freaking out because you're cutting her mom's head off.
But I realized
she's going nuts.
I may have said that we were leaving combat sooner than I should have. There is still one. There are still two outside of the
Safety of the circle. Yeah.
Corvus, what's your plan?
I snag a pup.
All right, you snag up the pup with your action, and he stays in your arms, even though he has the habit of being slippery. I would say go ahead and do a strength check with. I mean, he's not a large pup, but he is quite a bit of weight. So if you have a strength check of 10 or above, you're able to make your full movement while still carrying the pup.
Just straight strength.
Yep. Or athletics, or athletics. All right. In classic fashion, you are looking like Gimli, very deadly over short distances, or very fast over short distances. But the cardio of carrying the dog with you, you are sustaining yourself. Now it is the chess match of you and a hag that you cannot see, but that you don't even have to have Dow tell you that the hag is directly on you. You feel suddenly that shivering cold come into you, and you see that Dow is, as he's pointing out where the hag is, that the hag has come and entered your space.
Well, that's rude.
And yes, it is. And she materializes right next to you. And that is her action.
Nice.
Even though etherealness is just I will say that in combat that is that requires an action. She says, "You're going nowhere."
That's fine.
Your little dog too.
Oh, you made a poor choice there.
All right. So this is going to be a chess match between these two, unless there are others that would like to. Actually, yeah, we're going to have Irina. She does not have a ranged attack. Bruise.
Gas match? Talking about.
I was going to say we're still, I guess, we're still going to be in the turn order. I apologize.
Yep, you're right. No, correct call.
No, yeah. I'm trying to think. I think I'm gonna shoot her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God.
All right.
Is that good?
That's great. Go ahead and roll a d6.
Go ahead, roll your damage.
Odd. Try to roll odd.
Oh,
All right, you roll even. Okay, so you do not hit Corvus. Corvus, you have a arrow suddenly come sailing past your head and just about hit you and
Yeah.
and your little dog too.
Oh,
All right. Not in your face. Cradled under your arm. Go where I want you to, Token. Nope, it's on your face. All right, he's scampering. He's trying to get it.
Hold
yeah,
when you put him there and let him go.
Right.
There you
Cradled
go.
in the arm.
Got
There
him.
you go. Nailed it. All right.
Very important.
Dow, you're up.
Doggy placement. All right, yeah. Dow steps out of the circle, and everybody near Dow hears them mumble, "Step away from Corvus, you bitch!" And I blast her with a guiding bolt.
Nice.
And I'm stepping out of the circle.
Corvus, aren't you glad that he said step away from Corvus and not secret dog?
Courage. Step away from courage, you bitch.
I wouldn't have been offended.
Get away from my dog, you bitch!
All right, here we go. Big money, big money. Fuck.
All right, so a blinding radiant light ball comes spewing out of Dow, and it sails wide, and you hear a cackling that is disturbing. This wolf up here, though, hearing, the bitch is back,
Yes.
comes sprinting over with its 40 feet of movement, is able to get
by
all the way to her.
I finished my turn here, right next
Yeah.
to the hag.
Okay, so you moved back.
Yeah, I was moving towards her, and I guiding bolt at her, and I finished my turn moving towards her. Yeah.
Got it. All right. I guess this counts with advantage, but a 12 does not hit.
Oh.
All right, Freya, you are up.
Okay. She's not in the ethereal plane anymore, right?
She is not. No.
No, right.
She
Okay.
is able to be hit.
Can I sneak up on her?
One of the other
Anything?
things that you did find were silver-tipped arrows as well on the
yeah.
cart, and I'm guessing that you were one that snagged those up. You only have 5 of them, though, but this seems like a opportune target for said creature.
Well, I'm not gonna sneak up on her. Because I
Nope, you're not.
I can't.
Nope.
But I am gonna try and hit her with a silver arrow.
All right, so there are 4 arrows remaining. You hit her for 10 piercing damage. And what is nice is that this time, though, when you hit her, instead of it sounding like it is clanging off of a bronze statue, it sticks into the meaty part of her thigh, and she screams, enjoying the pain as she
What a freak!
looks
If she's going that far down the turn order, how did she materialize right next to me right after my turn?
Yeah.
That's a good question, because everybody else was kind of out of the turn order. Everything
Yeah.
seemed to be okay,
Yeah,
and then
this is how it happened.
the DM decided that we weren't going to do a new turn order. It just everybody was taking a breather of, oh, okay, we're good, and then we're not. I apologize for that. If you have any other questions, please direct them to my assistant.
Complaints department.
Complaints department. All right.
Hold up a trash can.
The circular bin.
A magic missile comes back at you.
Oh shit.
Um,
That's 3 magic missiles.
Me who?
3 magic missiles, yes, to the one that just shot at her, and you
Oh.
get
That makes sense.
and 10
Well, I also shot at her.
points of damage needle into you. Yes,
me?
but there is only one of you that has been taking care of all of her
Yeah, that's
all of
true.
her soldiers.
Can I
I
intercept
would-
magic missiles?
Nope, they don't miss.
No, they have to,
They don't
Yep,
miss, yeah.
Because it's got to be a melee attack, right? Or a rolled attack.
I don't believe it does have to be it. Yeah, you'd have to have a way of intercepting it. So, but let's see though. It does just say, let's go ahead and put it in the chat. Let's do it. Rules as written.
Yeah, so I don't think it's an attack. Because there's no spell attack roll.
Yeah,
Nope, there's
I would
no spell
agree.
attack roll.
It's just
Okay.
a spell with a damage roll.
Yep.
All right. But Alexander, you are able to make some kind of reaction.
Just to clarify, I was the one that got hit, right?
Correct. You were the one that got
Okay,
hit.
cool.
You say I'm able to make a reaction?
You're able to give your retaliation. It's your turn in the turn order.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. So, given the way that rolled, did I have the opportunity, since we are out of combat, to remove Mom's head?
We will say that you were able to make one attack. So go ahead and do your. Go ahead and it would be a crit hit that you were able to take. All right, so she is a sinewy bitch, and you can feel that it is going to take a few more thwacks in order to be able to remove her head. And because she's right next, because Freya's right next to her, Bella sees you doing that and screams at you to stop. I don't know that you're going to listen to her. All right.
No.
These wolves stay put. They have their orders. Corbus, you're up.
Just need to find it. Thunder Gauntlets.
I forgot that I would be doubling that damage, though. Thunder Gauntlets. for Shizzle My Nizzle with 12 points. You smacked her in the face. Is that the second time you've smacked her in the face? Or is that... No, that was Alexander that had come in hitting her
Yeah,
with a crit.
he walloped her before.
All right, she is looking bloodied and is not
It's 19 points of damage, by the way.
You just did a lightning uppercut for 19 damage.
19 damage. Outstanding. What did I say?
12.
You forgot to add the 7.
Let's assume that I didn't add it there either. All right. Anything else that you got going on?
Make
No,
sure
that's
you,
it.
make sure you add the 7.
I did add the 7.
All right. As long as you add the 7, we can move on.
Dad, make sure you add that 7.
All right, moving
Yeah,
on.
don't forget the seven.
That was a crit, right? So you added that 7?
I guess Corbus doesn't get his bonus action because everybody wants me to move on. All right, Irina. Irina stands fast. Bruce, you're up.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and shoot this. Why don't we just kill these effing people?
All
Have
right,
you guys heard that?
you fire and it does not hit. It swings
Oh,
wide.
well, that's horribly embarrassing.
All right, any bonus actions?
I'll say out loud, oh, that is horribly embarrassing.
Oh, and who was
And
it
then-
that you had inspired at the beginning, though?
I didn't inspire anyone.
Okay, I thought that you said that you wanted to inspire somebody.
No, I can inspire someone now, though.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna inspire Corbus.
All right, Corbus. And what do you say to Corbus in order to inspire him?
Are you sure?
I don't know. I'm gonna say, Corbus, you got this, man.
That's enough.
And then he feels inspired.
He does. All right, Dow.
All right, Dungeon Master, humor me.
Yes.
If I take a look at her hands and perhaps her ass, can I find her
Yeah.
her bloodstone? Do I see her bloodstone?
You do not see her bloodstone.
Okay, all right. Heart,
But looking at her hands, go ahead and do a
Bloodstones,
perception check.
Sure.
Actually, no, just with your passive perception. I know you got it. Go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Okay. What about my passive arcana? That's fine.
What's your
23.
passive Arcana?
It's not a 23, so I'll take the roll.
Okay, sounds good. You notice that she is wearing a ring of spell story.
Oh, buddy. What are the rules on slipping a ring off somebody's finger mid-combat?
That's gonna. I mean, you could do a.
Can I do a grapple check?
You could do a targeted strike at her hand with disadvantage, and she's going to get a bonus to her AC.
Or we could try to kill her.
Well, you could try to kill her.
Let's do that. We'll add a second head and draw the other one.
Is she bloodied yet?
She is bloodied.
Yeah.
She is bloodied? Okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna blast her. So let's see, what can I do? What is best? Best mathematically is probably Toll the Dead. Because I'm right next to her. So I'll Toll the Dead. So you need to do a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. And hold on 1 second.
6. Roll twice, probably. 21.
She passes.
Bark. Okay. Well, that's my action. Maybe with my bonus action, I give a quick look. I give a quick 360 for the surroundings with my sea invisibility. have we potentially the sight of a nightmarish third hag yet, or no?
No.
Not yet. All right. That is my turn.
Hold on one second. When you were looking around,
Nice.
there did seem to be someone that was moving, but there are other theater things, and it's only
right.
for a certain
Right.
distance. So
Okay.
you do believe that there could be a second individual out there, but it could also be another dozen ethereal
Yeah.
spiders as well.
Dow hates being wrong, so Dow's just gonna say something super cool like, "We've got company."
All right, Freya, you're up.
Oh, cool. Cool. Freya's gonna keep trying to pull a Everdeen, and I'm gonna attempt to sneak again. I don't think it's gonna work, but it doesn't hurt. No.
No, it's almost like you're standing out there. I mean,
I'm just standing in a group of people, you know.
but,
It's not.
they're like cover.
I was trying to, you know, just suddenly crouch out of nowhere, you know. Okay, let's see. Hit her with the silver arrow.
Silvered arrow strikes,
Nice.
and she screams, and you kill her. I mean, she's gone.
Wait, what do you mean? she's
Alexander,
gone?
you look, or Dow,
I
you
just
see her right
won't
there, and you
quit.
see her look at you and pass through you, and as she is passing through you,
Oh, gross.
I'm going to haunt you.
and it seems like she's going to say more, but she's passing through you, and you watch as she stalks away, and just at the range of your sight, she steps out, or seems to be looking at what the range of your sight is, and hangs out outside of it.
Okay. So
What's
narratively,
what's your see invisibility?
well, the see invisibility is just a modifier that allows me
Hold on
to
one second.
see invisible. So, with my 300 feet night vision, yeah, she's gonna need to slip behind something.
Yep. So she's
and then I lose her.
right. So she
Okay.
moves around the bend, but you continue to see her watching.
So essentially, you can probably say, with her being invisible, and my having to have see invisibility on to see her, first of all, and then secondly, she's already hiding and I've already lost her. Over the course of time, if she wanted to stay hidden from us until my see invisibility ran out, she probably could.
Yes.
So,
So all of you are waiting. You're now, again, just the soft falling of the rain is happening, and as you continue to wait for her to pop out again, all with ready to actions, ready to be able to try to smoke
I'm still
this
sawing this
hag.
bag's head off.
Absolutely.
Like, am I?
Every time
I-
that you are smacking at that, you can hear the screams of two echoing screams with each thwack from Alexander's sword, and the head is removed.
nice.
That spell that she had in that ring is no longer going to do the trick.
Oh, nice.
Hey, who turned the lights off?
That I believe represents time passing. My eyes of night going away after an hour. My see invisibility going away after an hour. Your cutting her head off for the better part of 5 minutes, etc. We are now sitting in this safety circle, and we cannot see shit on the ethereal outside it.
Why is my... Did that now provide some light? Nope, it did not.
Hey man, I can
Why-
see the map. It's just hella green.
Hold on a second. For some reason... my light cantrip is not doing what it's supposed to do.
I see it. It's pretty.
Yeah, me too, but it's not actually emitting the light that it's supposed to. Why, little guy? What's wrong? Do your thing. Do the thing that you do. Wait. I know why. Because the light color isn't colored. Boom. Yes? No. You know what? So, it is dark for a time until the moon comes out, and it is a full moon.
Nice. I'm sure that has no narrative consequences.
None whatsoever. The wolves are moving around, sniffing, still continuing to pull guard, and seem to be focused only on their task of protecting everyone in the circle. And as time passes, suddenly they seem to change and startle at their proximity to human beings and run off back into the night, behaving more as you would expect from normal wolves.
I would like to imagine one after another as the wolves leave, all of our eyes just turn towards Irina.
Irina has been preoccupied. She's like, "Don't worry, I found it." And she has a slip of paper and what seems to be a pressed flower. I thought I had dropped it. That was quite weird.
Yeah.
Is this how it usually is out here?
Yeah.
Good question. We ain't from around here.
Yeah, your
I
guess
have
is
traveled
as good
back
as
and
mine.
forth between here and Velaki a few times, and I had never thought to ambush old women on the side of the road, and did not think that would be the consequence.
Right, well, you are aware that this is not simply a woman.
I am very aware that was not simply a woman. Yes.
Right.
Yes, the stories that have been told of creatures such as hers I have heard before. My brother never believed any of them, and I thought them also to be just tales, but it seems that everything that you've ever heard is true.
Yeah, I'll take her hand and try to like console her. I'll just smile real big and I'll say, "Don't worry, we're the people who hunt those things."
Go ahead and do a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm not good at this. 4.
You know when adults tell you that everything's going to be okay and you know that
Yeah.
they're lying?
Yeah.
Everything's
She
gonna
knows
be
that you're
fine.
lying. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and do we'll do a 5 minute or 6 minute break,
Sure.
and then come back for a little bit of RP, and then continue down the road, arrive at Valaki, as long as everything goes okay.
Yeah,
And
right.
if that's what the party decides to do, we'll figure out what the party wants to do or how long they would wait there, huddle in the circle.
Burn down the windmill.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is I'm not even sure that we would wait this long here so that the wolves could disperse. If we were sitting around for like 5 minutes and the wolves were still with us, we may have started our travel with their protection. So
All right,
this just food for thought.
That's
We'll
yeah.
talk about that.
Okay, cool.
All right, once I see Matt, we'll go ahead and talk through the plan. All right, with Matt here.
Could I heal the horse?
I was going to say that it was somewhat slow going, but now you are able to move quickly away if that is the consensus of the group that leaving. What a good idea. We'll give some time, though, if there's actions that want to be taken prior to leaving the safety of the circle.
Does the hag have anything else on her of note? I've obviously Dow retrieved.
Yep, she had already. There was nothing else inside of her neck, and nothing else spilled out in the removal of her head.
I mean,
about
we
her
need
bag?
to dispose of this. We also need to destroy the bags, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that the is the body being destroyed?
You're gonna burn it. We've got some of the.
I would say though that inside of the circle, that her body starts to decompose fairly rapidly, and you can tell that if left there, that it's going to decompose. And if you would want to save the head at all, you would need to remove it from the circle, or you could leave it there in the circle as well.
Dow, what do you think about we should separate the head and the body, or just leave it
No.
all here?
I think you did what you needed to do by severing it. And now we can leave both pieces here in this circle to decompose. As you can see, it's already falling apart.
Giddy
I
up.
have a good feeling leaving it in here is the best thing to do.
Agreed.
Is
my friend.
anyone needing immediate medical attention?
I took 2 points of damage that hole. So,
All right, I say we get a move on.
Agreed.
As you start to depart, the wolves move at your flanks, and you watch as you're constantly scanning about, looking for signs of threat, keeping close to each other, keeping close to the. Is there anybody that's in the cart, or are people outside the cart for freedom of movement? Would there be?
Olivia said that she's definitely on the
Yeah,
cart.
if somebody's driving the cart, then Dow is riding in the cart because this armor is heavy.
Okay. So who's driving
I'm
the
probably
cart?
walking.
Probably walking.
Olivia said that she's driving.
Yeah, Bruises
That
seems to be
she's not
the most skilled
unmuted.
at animal handling and such. So I would guess that she'd be a good choice for driving the cart. And it was her persuasion check that had gotten the cart to. The rules with that were to be able to deliver this stuff to Balaki. The individual that you talked with, Bruce, said that that the individuals in Balaki are stuck up, and that being able to get supplies into the village are difficult, and that is why you were able to negotiate the deal that you did, because you'd all be able to just walk right in. But you are moving down the road, carefully looking around, and you see what is almost like. At first, you think it's just a campfire that's moving down the road to your east, and then it seems to split away from the road, and almost like a chariot or a wagon that is on fire and difficult to perceive exactly what it is that is moving. At first, it seems toward you, but then it appears to be moving toward the windmill, and you're all able to catch a brief glimpse of an individual riding on a flaming footed horse with a intent to, it seems, pay a visit to the windmill.
Hmm.
And you watch as the wolves split off to go and join this horse rider that is moving toward the windmill. It is far
Insight
enough
check
away.
on who it is.
Go ahead. Without an insight check, you would. It's an individual that is coming from the direction of Ravenloft, so it's not difficult to make an assumption or a bold assumption that that is the lord of this land. Um, Irina makes the same assumption. That is the devil's thrall.
If he's going that way, we're going this way.
We should probably keep moving this at this point.
I would agree. It seems that he has business with those hags after they. She's like, there's not even any scars. Thank you very much for your assistance. You also see that she is reading over the note that she has. If anybody did express curiosity, she does offer that information.
I want to know.
She is somewhat embarrassed, but hands off a letter, and you can see that it has a pressed flower with it, not the same vivacious flowers that you were used to in the marketplaces of water deep, but it seems to be the most attractive flower that grows in this dark and dismal place that hardly gets any sunlight. But a pressed flower and a note, and it says, "Be strong and courageous," and it's signed with a extravagant V. And she says, "It's from a friend, and I am hoping that we will see him in Valaki." You can go ahead and do an insight check. So, Bruce trying to overhear, but can't quite overhear the exact status of the conversation. Freya, you know that obviously this is this is someone that's more than a friend. She has a romantic interest in this individual, but you pick up on the fact that her brother likely did not know about this relationship. Does that make sense? And her desire or her willingness to go to Valaki had very little to do with wanting to become a nun at an abbey, but that she would like to go in and see this individual.
I see.
All right. Continuing to move down the road, you can hear the sounds of wolves and creatures of the night that are moving along with you, but none of them come to actually attack you. They are keeping their distance. As you come up over the hill, you can actually see the town laid out in front of you, and this is a town that is much larger than Barovia was. It's 3, maybe 4 times the size of Barovia, and Ismark obviously his plans of wishing that he could create a wall around the town of Barovia seems very much inspired by the town of Vallaki. There is a palisade of wood walls all the way around this triangular shaped village. See if I can. As you descend the hill, you are able to start to make out some details of this village. You are approaching the western gate side, is what you are starting to move up toward. With the full moon, you are able to see, and the horses are able to be guided down the road, even though it is dark. And as you get close enough to the gates, that you are able to start to make out individuals that are nearby the gate, standing guard, and also that there are on either side of the road 5 or 6 pikes that have on them the heads of, at first you think dretches because that's what you've encountered, but then you see that they are pikes with wolves' heads stuck on them as ornaments that are taking you toward the gate. And there is a shout. Halt! Halt! If you continue to advance, you will be fired upon.
Yeah, we stop. I'll
Yep.
I'll raise my hand and tap my shield and cast light on my shield, and then I'll raise my hand again and just wave, and I'll say, "Can you hear us? We come escorting someone for safety."
I can hear you, but we don't allow anyone to enter through the gates until sunup. You will wait there until the sun comes up, and then you will advance. But do not advance past those torches. And you can see that there
Don't
are
we have papers or
torches.
something that?
Yeah,
You do.
I think we do. Yeah. You wanna? I'll just take the papers out of the bag and hand them to you, Alexander.
And refresh my memory exactly what do the papers say, and give us the ability to do.
They're from Ismark because he's technically the burgomaster of Vallaki, and it was like giving us, wasn't it like official business or something like that?
Exactly. All right. Yeah.
It's essentially a scrolled letter of recommendation that you are
Who we might
noble
say
and
we are.
good individuals. Yes, that are.
Cool.
Yep.
That,
Okay.
That
Exactly.
took care
And
of
it's
and
from
served.
the-
That's what I hand you, and I'm like, be careful when you tell them what this is. They might just shoot you.
Why would they do that?
Well, sometimes when I speak logic to people, they just shoot me.
Ah, fair. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
I will
because you're
speak
kind of an asshole
charismatically.
sometimes.
Excuse me, may I please speak to the sergeant of the guard? We have papers from the burgomaster granting us official business access.
So you step closer to the torch line that is, or the torches that are set out about within arrow's range of the gates, and you can Dow's passive perception is able to pick up, and Freya's skill with a bow is able to pick up on the sound of tension being applied to a bow.
Yeah.
You will not be entering the gates until sunup.
Well,
How long's that?
I would say with the amount of distance that you've traveled, it's 3 hours that you'll be just sitting out here on the road waiting for the sun to come up.
I guess we can kind of feel a little safe though with these archers.
guards watching us.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they could just do nothing.
Essentially. Well, we don't want to cause problems. Why don't we make a smart little camp around this light shield? And I'll like flip it over so it's like really diminished in range. And we'll just camp right here until sun comes up.
All right, like a bunch of Afghanis with their truckloads of stuff, you wait outside the gates until it is declared that you are safe to be able to enter. The passage of time, you can hear the guards chuckling back and forth, and you can hear them every once in a while calling out a heckle, but it is difficult to discern. Slowly, the sun starts to make its coming appearance known, and enough light starts to shine, and the guard again calls out, "Hey there, we don't allow any Vistani into the town of Valaki."
How far away are we from them now?
You are, what is the range of a bow? 120, so you're about 100 feet away.
Yeah. I'll just ask. I'll just say, "Do we look like Vistani?"
Yeah, that one does, and you're using a Vistani wagon. And when he points at Alexander.
Oh.
And
yeah,
Dow, even though it's never really, I mean, you're not a sociable person. You look and you've noticed several times that yes, Alexander has some Vistani features, but why is that even worth mentioning?
Yeah.
He has that angular type nose and somewhat of a darker skin, but the Vistani also weren't blonde the way that he is,
Right.
but he has some of those features.
Sure.
I promise you, sir, I am not Vistani. And the papers we have give us official clearance. Now either come down and review the papers or open the gate.
Oh. So we need to wait until the sun comes up. And you find yourself now waiting.
Do I get a persuasion roll or anything?
Go ahead. Yes, your card is a jingle truck.
That's fair.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's somebody else can try to make a persuasion check as well.
I want to do it.
Yes, don't have the card that automatically succeeds.
All right, guys,
Okay.
step back. I got this. What am I persuading them? How did you roll higher than me?
So I'm gonna tell him I gotta pee real bad.
You can pee outside. All right.
Nope.
I'm gonna pee on your gate.
I gotta poo real bad.
So, what is it that Bruce is trying to convince them of? Freya is trying to say that that she has to pee real bad, which I would give disadvantage for, but Because you could pee right there on the. It's Barovia. You can pee anywhere you want to, other than
If I
inside
said
this
I had
village.
to poo,
You can poo outside like a
I'd
Barovian
stink
bear.
up their, I'd stink up their gates.
What you got against
But
bears?
it's
Yeah.
but you hear a muttering. "Ew, they don't look like Vistani. We should. Okay, all right. Come on then." And you start to move forward, and guards come out, still with hooded lanterns, even though it is starting to lighten up. It is still dark. Oh yeah, y'all ain't Vistani, but you ain't locals either. All right, everyone out of the wagon. Let's have a look at you. State your business. What you got? Where are you going?
That's a lot of
Bruce,
questions.
the materials were supposed to be going to St. Andrew's Cathedral.
Yeah.
St. Andrew's Cathedral?
Cathedral.
Cathedral?
St. Andrew's Cat Theater.
Yes.
Got it. So this guy is asking me what I'm doing, what business.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, I am here to help a friend. I'm delivering some stuff for them to St. Girls Cathedral. I don't know the
St.
name.
Andrew's Catheter.
St.
Ouch.
Andrew's Catheter.
All right. With your persuasion roll, he St. Andrew's Cathedral.
Yeah.
All right. He looks over the supplies that you have, rummages through a few things, opens up a cask, smells it, opens up one of the crates, and all right, it looks okay.
Wonderful.
Walter, you can open up the door. We're letting them in. Okay. Usually second shift has to handle these kind of things. This is why I picked the night shift. All right. But Oleg does take another look at Alexander. It's like, this one though, I don't like the look of him. He can wait outside while you deliver your goods.
No,
Give me
he
a
has to
break.
come with
Dude,
us.
he has to come.
Can I ask why you don't want him to come with us?
I don't like the look of him, and that's my prerogative as a guard. Why would you need him in order to drop off your supplies?
Can you read?
I can read.
Did you read this? And
Can
I'll
I be
hold
like,
up the.
these aren't the droids you're looking for, kind of thing?
So, with a you roll the perception. Okay. So no, you cannot.
should I? I'm gonna to roll persuasion. 1 sec. Oh,
Who is
JK.
it that is making that noise? All right. Looking over the scrolls, and it does have each of your names on it.
Matt, what machine is in the background right now? He's got a boat in his living room.
I think he's building a Dalek.
I just don't like the sound of it either. You find yourself trying to persuade for a while, and a gentleman comes up to the guard and says, "There are the supplies that I've been looking for. Please let them in. They're with me." And well, we need it. It's fine. I will take responsibility for them. Please let them in. And the guards let them in, start to let you in, and you see the individual, and Irina goes running up to this person, and he's like, "What are you doing in? I was out for my morning walk, and I see you, and who are these individuals? My name is Vasily, and who might you be?"
Fun fact: in Greek, Vasily means boobs, but
It means the same thing in Barovian.
does it? I don't
hello,
want to introduce myself.
Hello,
Vasily.
sir.
Yeah, we are secret dog, and Dow does oppose.
I see. So, are you actually delivering goods? Or are you just? And Arena's like, yes. My my friend
Did you just
Bruce
call
here
a liar?
was able to get us a cart, and we told them that we were going to St. Andrew's Cathedral. I am trying to avoid, you know who has been terrorizing my village. And you see Vasily um, get a little scared. Yes. Indeed, and he starts to lead you down the road through the town of Valaki, and you can see that there are heads of wolves on pikes in a few other spots in the alongside the roads, as well as banners that have the wolves of or the heads of wolves on them with like a slash mark across them, and um, you notice that uh, Irina did not even say the name of like the Devil's Strahd. She just said essentially he whose name isn't mentioned, right? Um, and it is early morning in Valaki, and the sun is starting to come up. Do we want to continue until 10 o'clock, or are people looking to end at this time?
I want to end
Bruce would like
personally.
to end.
Sounds
I
good
would
to me.
also. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah, me CP.
I eepy, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm not even sleepy. I'm eepy.
All right. As the town of Valaki starts to wake up, we end our session 8 and have successfully pissed off 2 hag sisters, but hopefully they've been dealt with by a
Yeah, you know, I think it
madman
might
on
only
a
be
flaming horse.
one hag sister now. You know?
Just tell me who it was. Who was it that hit the girl?
Yeah. Nice.
I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad.
Yeah. Despite my flaming horse, I'm not mad.